So this is my review of Nothing Phone 2 after around 1.5 years of usage. So every review should have a pros and cons. I mean, pros I think pretty much everyone has already explained in the reviews, and I think those are not exactly pros. Those are what every basic phone does. It has got stock Android with very nice skin, which is that black and white UI. If you go to settings, this is what there is about, and they say like it has got premium feel, like aluminium bezels, and it's not plasticky. It has got glass back, and so these are the pros which pretty much people say. They say it's a premium phone which is priced cheap, which again is not the case. It costs half a lakh when it launched, which eventually nothing just dropped the price because the sales were not so good, I guess. Now I want to say my review after 1.5 year of usage. Things which I want to talk about is the glyphs. Nothing said they want to reduce the distraction and all that. The first thing I want to talk about. Second thing I want to talk about is they said like it has got a superior sensor, camera, unlike any gimmick, and yeah, then they said like they will be giving regular software updates. They don't have bloatware and all that, so I'll come to it. So the first thing is the glyphs has a feature which is the volume rocker. So it has got volume thing. And I think this is almost useless as it can get, because you can just see the volume here. Want to check the volume? Look here. And again, if you're sleeping at night or you're somewhere outside, if it starts flashing, it looks super weird. So I don't find any point. And the other option they have is they have a one light which turns on whenever there's a notification. But again, if there is actually a notification, you can just, since it's AMOLED display, you will get a notification here like WhatsApp or whatever has sent you the notification. So again, it's a gimmick. It is here. So the whole USP of this phone is basically a useless thing. And the second thing is regarding the camera. So if you look at the camera basically tries to imitate Apple's color tones as much as possible. My main usage of a phone is camera and calls. I would say this phone fails in both, which are mostly the basic things in a modern day smartphone. So if I have a photo, so when you click it comes. So if you click back to back, it just stops clicking. It is not clicking. It is not it clicks multiple, it again hangs. So if you look at the number of presses and the number of photos coming, it's totally irrelevant. Maybe they should give animation. So if I take something like this, see, it starts loading now. It's not clicking. There is no animation here. See, it gives animation once in a while, but again it doesn't give animation most of the time. So it's not clicking now. So this is a complete disaster for me, because there are way too many times where I have clicked multiple photos expecting there to be quite a few photos out there, but once I come back home, I found one or two photos, and we had to hear a mouthful from my friends because they said like, we told you to take a couple of photos, you have taken only one photo. So that's one thing. And the other thing which I use quite a bit is the map. Problem with the maps is that the GPS is pretty buggy. So the compass sucks and the GPS is pretty buggy. So based on wherever I rotate, the compass doesn't work properly. Since I'm connected to Wi-Fi at the moment, it's giving me the exact location, but I'm traveling. There is so much of lag that if you reach here 3 blocks ahead, it will still show that you are here. So you end up going, let's say, a lot more ahead, and then it will tell you to take a right turn, and you end up missing the route and you just get stuck. And especially in highways, it has become a disaster. Recently I had taken a trip and I remember having to drive extra 7 kilometers. Apart from that, the other thing is the SIM. The network, if you put 2 SIMs, it's very glitchy. There are quite a few bugs here and there. It looks nice when you look if some reviewer just opens it, does like, it has got a nice UI, it has got this, that and all that, then it looks nice. I don't know if they get paid or not, but if you actually start using the phone, maybe within a month, it starts to give you a lot of bugs. It doesn't do the basic things like a good network connectivity, a good camera, GPS, network reception. It does none of them. But unfortunately, I think that is one of the reasons why nothing stopped the production of this. I'm not very sure, because I have never seen a company stop a flagship phone and just sell the secondary phone. The phone has already stopped, and there's no point of this review, to be honest. But what I wanted to highlight is, if you think like Nothing is a good brand, like since the CEO talks a lot by comparing it to Apple, I would say like, well, that's not the case. This is nowhere closer to a iPhone. This is not even close to a good Android phone. And if you're planning on buying a Nothing phone, I'd say just be wary. Instead of looking online reviews, might as well go use your hands on. And since the flagship suffered so badly with bugs and lack of optimization and camera being pretty hit or miss, or I would suggest you to look for the option.